Drive safe, obey the laws of the road, and always wear your seatbelt.
Didn't expect you to show your face again. Things have changed around here. This place is a battleground now. Tuners, muscles, exotics, crews fighting for territory in the city. And it all gets settled in the canyon. But you'd never survive it.
How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another episode of Fast Thoughts. Today we are talking about Need for Speed Carbon. I'm going to be all over the map here. This game, wow. So let's just start off. The game came out in 2006, developed by EA Black Box, published by EA, of course. The game came out for every platform, every console under the sun, including the Game Boy Advance, which I don't think it's comparable to the version that I played, obviously, which came out for the GameCube, the 360, the Wii, the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, and even the original Xbox. So, just a bit of backstory here. A lot of gamers in the community to this day would consider Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 to be the best game in the Need for Speed series. Now, I have Most Wanted. I've got it for the PS2, and I've tried to get into it on numerous occasions, and although I can see the appeal with the blacklist and all the rest of it, I was just never really big on the semi-open world environment and the fact that the game takes place outside. I really do like the full motion video live action cutscenes. I think they're so cheesy and corny with questionable acting. Well, let's be honest, it's not questionable at all. It's terrible acting. But that's what gives these games their charm. So I could see the appeal with Most Wanted. Now, fast forward to a couple of months ago, I picked up Need for Speed Carbon for like $5 on a whim for the PS2. And I knew this game was a direct sequel to Most Wanted. And I put on Carbon, and I was blown away by it. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. You're racing at night, you're going downhill. But the game wouldn't run on my PS2. The disc was scratched. So I got a taste of what the game had to offer, and it left me wanting more. So I got rid of Need for Speed Carbon for the PS2, and I picked it up for the PS3. Unbeknownst to me, this is one of those rare occurrences where a game that was released for the 360 and the PS3, like I said, and even the PC, the best version of this game, as far as the graphics are concerned, it's my understanding it's the PS3 version. The way the lighting looks, the way when you're racing down the street, you can see like the street lights kind of have like a wavy look to them, like a blurry look, kind of like if you were going like 100 miles an hour down a road, right? The velocity. So the graphics look good. There's no question about it. Well, you can see it here. There's no doubt about it. The live action cutscenes return. The game looks way better on the PS3 than it did on the PS2. And it didn't look bad on the PS2. Minimal loading. What else could we talk about here with regards to this game? So I rarely get addicted to racing games. Usually with racing games, I'll play them for a couple of days and I'll walk away, and then I'll maybe go back a couple of months later. I get bored. I like racing games, but I can lose my focus relatively quickly, and I want to move on to something else. I can get sort of bored of racing games if I play them for too long. Not the case with Carbon. I got addicted to this game, and I would come home, and at night I was constantly trying to progress through the storyline. And the cool thing about this game, it's open world, but it's not. At any given moment, you can press start You can go back to your home base, if you will, your clubhouse, and then you can go right to the map and you can select your next race. So I never traversed through the open world at all, not once while I was playing this game. And a lot of people would say this game is short, but it took me a while to beat, because once you get closer to the end of the game, I was racing around in a hopped up Renault Clio, which I really loved. It handled really good, but it wouldn't cut the mustard in the latter half of the game. And eventually I got a red Ford GT, and I had it all pimped out. A really awesome, really fast car. And after I beat the game, I sold the car because I thought I'd have enough money to buy the Lamborghini. And unfortunately, I still don't have enough money. So I lost the Ford GT, and I can't buy the Lamborghini. So unfortunately, this gameplay footage you're seeing today is not with the car I had when I was playing the game, unfortunately. I had some nice cars, changed the paint around, modified the rims, lots of customization. It's all gone. So I didn't take any gameplay footage of my cars, which is really, really unfortunate. I had some really nice cars. I had a Lotus Elise. It just really pisses me off. And I'm not about to go back and play through the game all over again to rebuild my to reacquire my cars. Not right now, at least. The only negative thing I can say about this game is the cops. They are fucking relentless. Oh my god. I gave up at one point, and I just said, you know what, screw it. Pull me over, arrest me. I'll pay the whatever it is, the $1,000 fine, just so I can get on with the game. But the biggest selling point for me is the Canyon Duels. For anyone watching this video that has played this game, the Canyon Duels are so exhilarating. You're racing down the canyon at night in what looks like Los Angeles or LA or somewhere in California. You can see the street lights in the distance below the canyon. And man, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I love that aspect of the game. And the drifting mechanics are perfect. So when you select a drift race, the game automatically adjusts the controls for those races. And when you press on the thumbstick, your car automatically drifts. Whereas when you don't select a drift race, you press the thumbstick to move the car, but it's not going to drift. I wish you could use the D-pad to control the cars, I'm not going to lie. I'm not crazy on using the analog stick on the PS3 controller. But aside from that, I'm telling you guys, I enjoyed this game so much. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit will forever be my most favorite Need for Speed game of all time. There's a lot of sentimental value with that game. But this, I gotta say, I probably would put Carbon up there as maybe number 2. As my second most favorite Need for Speed game of all time. That's how much I enjoyed this. I had a blast. It's not too long. If you get the European variants of this game, it's my understanding it's got a different cover art. And like I said, there's so many different consoles that this game came out for, but if you're going to pick it up, and it is cheap, I would highly recommend picking it up for the PS3. So that's it. Again, Fast Thoughts, Need for Speed Carbon. So much more I could talk about, but I don't want to make the video too long. But I really enjoyed it. One of the rare instances where I actually saw a racing game all the way through to the end credits. So yeah, I was. It exceeded my expectations. And I can't sing its praises enough. Need for Speed Carbon, 2006 for the PS3. Great game. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll be back with something a little bit later. And have a great day. Take care.